Hello there, my friend. Today, we are going to sit down and explore a very special idea. This is an idea that has the power to completely change the way you find and keep a special woman in your life, especially as you get a little bit older and wiser. And do you want to know what the best part is? It has absolutely nothing to do with how much money you have in the bank. It has nothing to do with whether you look like a famous movie star. And it certainly has nothing to do with those silly fake pickup lines that people try to teach you on the internet. To be honest, those lines often feel cold and robotic. What we are talking about today is much more real and much more human. We are going to talk about two very simple words. These two words do something amazing deep inside a woman's heart and mind. They turn on feelings of closeness and trust that most men do not even realize are possible. I am going to share exactly what these words are and why they work so well. I will explain the simple logic behind them. But there is one tiny thing that almost everyone misses. This one tiny thing is what makes the difference between a man who a woman forgets the next day and a man who she simply cannot stop thinking about. I want you to stay with me all the way to the end of our talk, because knowing this can truly change the way you talk to people for the rest of your life. Let me tell you a little bit about why I know this is true. For a long time, a group of caring experts and I have been watching and studying how men and women talk to each other. We have looked at thousands of these moments and conversations. And do you know what we found out? The men who are the most liked and who find the most love are not always the ones who are the most handsome or the ones who own the most expensive things. Instead, they are the men who have learned how to do one very simple thing. They talk about their feelings in a clear and honest way. While many men are just spinning around in circles, having boring conversations that don't go anywhere, or trying too hard to be nice because they are afraid of saying the wrong thing, the men who really stand out do something different. They use two words that act like a key to a secret door. You see, our brains are built to react to certain ways of speaking. When you use these two words in the right way, you create a very warm and happy feeling that stays with her. So let's talk about the very first word. That word is, I want. Now, I know that sounds almost too easy, right? But please, listen closely to what happens when a man says, I want, with a clear heart and a steady voice. First, he is taking charge of his own feelings. He is not asking for permission to have a wish. He is not just dipping his toe in the water to see if it is cold. He is being honest. There is a little secret about how women feel. They are naturally drawn to men who know what they want. Why is that? It is because it shows that you can be a leader. It shows that you are someone who can make a choice. It means she does not have to carry the heavy weight of making every single decision for both of you. Think about this with me for a moment. Imagine a man says, "Oh, I don't know, maybe we could go somewhere later if that is okay with you." Maybe? What does that tell her? It tells her he is not sure of himself. It shows he is scared she might say no. It shows he has no plan. Now let's look at a different man. He says, I want to take you out to a nice dinner this Saturday evening. I know a place that is truly wonderful. Can you feel how different that is? You are not begging her for her time. You are leading the way. You are inviting her into a beautiful plan. This is not about being mean or pushy. It is about being strong and clear. It is about having the bravery to stand up and say, this is what I would like. When you do this, you spark a very natural feeling. You become the person who starts the journey. And that makes it very easy for her to relax and enjoy being the one who is cared for. Now, let us talk about the second word. This is the one that really changes everything. That word is, I appreciate. Please listen carefully because this is where the real beauty happens. If you only ever say, I want, you might start to sound like you only care about yourself. It might look like you just want to take things for your own benefit. But when you put I want together with I appreciate, you find a perfect balance. You show that you are a man who has a plan, but also a man who has a kind and deep heart. Let me give you a real-life example. Imagine you are talking to a woman you really like. Instead of just saying, I want to see you again, you could say, I want to see you again because I really appreciate the way your mind works. Or maybe, I appreciate how much fun we have when we talk. Do you see what just happened there? You are not just saying you want something. You are showing her that you really see her. You are telling her that you value who she is as a human being. That, my friend, is something a woman cannot help but love. Most men only say nice things about how a woman looks on the outside. They stay on the surface. But you are going deeper. You are noticing her soul. When you truly appreciate her, you are choosing her for who she is. Women can feel that sincerity from a mile away. If what I am saying right now feels good to you, feel free to give us a little sign of support. It helps us know that you are ready to grow and learn. Now, I have to tell you about the one big mistake that can ruin all of this progress. That mistake is saying these words but not really feeling them or showing them with your whole self. We call this being in sync. This is when your body, your voice, and your words all say the same thing. If you say, I want to take you to dinner, but you are looking at your shoes, your shoulders are slumped over, and your voice sounds shaky, the message will not work. Your body is telling her you are nervous, even if your words are trying to sound brave. A woman's heart is very good at spotting when things do not match up. It is like she has a built-in sensor for the truth. So when you say I want, you should stand up tall. Look her right in the eyes. Keep your chest open and relaxed. And when you say I appreciate, you should slow down. Take a little breath. Let your voice be soft and real. In the special guidebook we created to help men like you, which we call our Map for True Connection, we talk a lot about this. We teach you not just the words to say, but how to carry yourself so that every word feels heavy with meaning and truth. One more very important thing is when to say these things. You should not walk around saying, I want and I appreciate every 2 minutes like a robot. That would feel very strange. You use these words at the right times, like when you want to show her you are serious, or when you want to make a memory she will keep. For example, at the end of a really nice day, you could look at her and say, I want to do this again. I really appreciate the kindness you showed today. And just like that, you have made a beautiful mark on her heart. Every time she thinks of you, she will remember that feeling of being seen, being valued, and being wanted, all at the same time.